Car. That's
Woo!
62.
Oh my God.
Here are your
Wow.
honorable mentions, by the way, Matt, if you want to walk through those.
Sure. Oh, my honorable mentions. Yes. So there was a picture of Dubai. I thought it was kind of cool, but there's really not really room for people. It's just no cars there. Um,
Next is
the
up.
uh, the next the next picture was Auckland, New Zealand. I just liked it because they have the sign saying that it's only for essential people only on road.
Yeah, it's almost like New Zealand knew how to handle things.
Exactly, exactly. And then our third one, my favorite one, is Landudno, Wales. There's some sheep or rams or whatever taking over the town. Also, right there's the store name right there that said "You Felty Thing." I guess that they're like a
Love it.
fabric store. Yeah.
All right, are we ready for the final two rounds? Because I am.
Yes. Okay. If you want to emote in chat, that's cool. If not, let's plow right through.
Rev, I am happy to give that information in detail after the game, but there is no very easy way to show you that based on this form. In that event, round 7 is up.
Okay. All right. We're going into round 7. This is called the medium-sized quiz of the lockdown. Yay! This is inspired by the Channel 4 Big Fat Quiz of the Year series. Now, you probably, if you played last week's game, we had some Big Fat Quiz of the Year content in here, and that was completely coincidental. Completely coincidental at this point. So the show is basically they've done about 10 years worth of stuff on YouTube. You can go check it out. It's a panel show. It's in pub quiz style. Jimmy Carr hosts. And Jimmy Carr also did on YouTube a series called The Little Tiny Quiz of the Lockdown, which is 10 questions per day for about 5 weeks, and then he got tired of it. So I decided to go medium and call it the medium-sized quiz of the lockdown. On the show, it's basically a year wrap-up format. It's usually at the end of the year, right after Christmas, so it's a retrospective type thing. The format doesn't vary much, 5 questions per round, but there are some recurring segments, and they get celebrities to read pre-recorded questions on the air. Now, only here, just like last week, we're not doing any Jon Snow material. I know you love that, but that's not part of my game. So I did cover a lot of the other recurring material that is used on the show, as you're about to see.
Okay.
So we're going to the next slide.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah. All right. So our theme for this entire round is news stories of January and February 2020. These are all things that happened during the quote-unquote before times, which now seems like forever ago, but it was in the same year as this year, so it actually happened. So I'm going to give you some questions, 5 questions, some in multiple parts. Each part has 1 point. So if we're ready to start things off,
if you are.
Yeah, I got a few semi-famous people to help read some of the questions here. So here's a little bit
with us. We've got celebrities.
Yeah, and there's some good people that I got here. So here's a little bit of audio from a game show host and or game show historian and announcer. Now you might remember our next question reader as the announcer on a number of 1990s game shows, including Hollywood Showdown, Trivial Pursuit, and also the 2000 version of a little show called Supermarket Sweep. So, ladies and gentlemen, I got Randy West. So let's play the audio.
Matt, and hello to everybody playing trivia today. I've got a question that's perfect for folks like us. You know, you and me, like game show aficionados. At least I try to consider myself one. I mean, I was a contestant on 9 shows in the 1980s, and then behind the microphone for games since the 1990s. So here we go with your question. Remember all the way back to January 2020, when the U.S. was captivated by the primetime tournament Jeopardy, the greatest of all time. You know, the one where Ken Jennings, Brad Rutter, and James Holzhauer played against each other. Let's talk about the money. Before the tournament started, Brad Rutter was the American record holder for total money earnings combined from any U.S. game shows, and Ken Jennings was in second place. But after the tournament ended on January 14th, those positions were switched. Ken now had first place and Brad was in second. Well, here's what we want to know. As of January 14th, within $20,000 either way, how much more combined has Ken won than Brad? Now keep in mind, both have been on other shows besides Jeopardy! So again, within $20,000 either way, how much more combined has Ken won than Brad? Good luck.
That was an amazing read. Tip of the fez, as it were.
So yeah, absolutely. So let's go to the next slide here. It's kind of a recap.
Yep,
So,
it is already up.
Yeah, so for 1 point, the recap is Brad Rutter was the all-time money winnings record holder for U.S. game shows combined. And Ken Jennings was number 2. And then after the tournament, now Ken is number 1 and Brad is number 2. So within $20,000 either way, how much more now has Ken won than Brad?
And he did clarify in the audio question, this does take other U.S. game show appearances and wins into consideration. This is not strictly their Jeopardy amounts.
Right.
You're very welcome. We'll give you guys a few more moments to ruminate on this, and we'll give you a recap of this slide, but probably not the audio for time reasons.
Right.
As we move on to question 2.
All right, question number 2. We kicked off January 1st, 2020 with Public Domain Day, where works of 1924 now enter the U.S. public domain. For 1 point each, I'll show you 3 covers and or posters of works that recently entered public domain from 1924. The covers have been subtly improved by your host, just to answer each question. Now note, some of the cover art that you're going to see is from later than 1924. We just want the works.
Yep. The titles have been subtly improved, according to Matt. But this is images, and here's the first one.
Yeah.
And if you can't see, the prompt is starring which actor/director?
Yes. Which starring actor/director are we looking for here? Oh, hey, Vaki.
Wow, you are really delayed. I put that up like 15 seconds ago.
I am delayed, yes.
Yikes. No wonder you have an interesting... I understand our lingo experiences now on Fridays, Matt.
Yes.
Quite a bit of delay there.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be up for about 10 more seconds, then we'll show you the second part of this question.
Right.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this time around, we are looking for the title of the musical composition.
Yes. There should be enough hints there. And by the way, that is a superimposed picture of me. They do this on the actual show where Jimmy Carr's face is superimposed over.
Oh, I hadn't even caught that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know it looks weird, but yeah.
1 round to go. Those of you who are still hanging with us, I promise we did not intend for this to go long, but Matt wrote a hell of a game, and I do not want to remove any of the parts. As we move on to the third image in 3, 2, 1.
Yes. What book title?
DJ Von Victor has apparently read an article on what went into public domain this year. Good call.
Mm-hmm.
And now I realize that these were edited. I don't know how I didn't catch that during pre-show.
Oh, yeah, that's my quarantine beard photo.
I love it. Your beard game is strong. And as soon as I get one, I'll let you know, because all I get is this right here. It's terrible. All right, 10 more seconds with this. Three, 2, 1, and let's move on to question 3 in the medium-sized quiz of the lockdown.
All right, question number 3. So I couldn't get the children of Mitchellbrook Primary School to act out the next question. That's a throwback to the show. So thanks to help from British comedian Ted Hill, here's the next best attempt to act out this news story from February. What I want you to do is just name the event that is being hinted at.
You ready for it?
So we got some video coming up here. Yeah.
All right, here's your video, guys, courtesy of Ted Hill.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Ted Hill. I'm a British comedian, quiz presenter, and Bon Viver. If you haven't heard of me, I just said my name like 5 seconds ago. Come on, listen. You've got to listen in this game. I was going to get the kids from the primary school to act out this question, but I wasn't able to. I went down to the school and the teachers were like, no, you cannot be here. You can't just turn up at a school unannounced. You can't ask these children. None of these are your children. Go away or I'm calling the police. And so I went away, and instead I'm going to act it out with stock photography. I'm in charge of this election, and I will provide the computer services. I want to vote, and we want to vote, and I certainly want to vote. I want to vote, and I'm a barn, but I'm not telling you who I'm voting for. I'm not allowed to vote because I'm a felon. What did I do? It's between me and the horse. I can't tell you. I'm not going to vote. I don't want to do anything that doesn't involve scything grass with a stick. I'm going to vote as soon as I get my head out of this box. I'm going to vote. I'm allowed to vote. No, you're a possum. Possums cannot vote. Yes, we can. Check the Constitution. I'm not going to check the Constitution to see if possums can vote. I know possums cannot vote. Go away. Look here, I'm the boss of this here election, and I say it's time to count the votes. Staff, are you ready? Yeah, we're ready. We've done all the organizing in the gymnasium. Everything's fine. We're all just going to go to the computer guy now. There's been a problem. Number one, the software's not working. We can't count the votes. And number two, someone's stolen my face. I need to go to a hospital. Ah, yes, that's my fault. When I said I'll provide the software, I didn't actually say it would be good. The software is very bad and full of bugs. I'm sorry.
And that is it. Courtesy of Ted Hill. What event
Yes.
was he
What event
describing?
are we talking about here? I got to thank Ted Hill for that one. If you follow on Sundays, he does a thing called Ted's Quiz on the Ted Hill, which is up to. Yeah, it's a creative quiz. If you ever do that, it's like noon Pacific time on a Sunday.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Yeah. So for those of you who missed what the ask is, just name the event that he was reenacting using stock photography and Ted Hillness.
Mm-hmm.
Question 4.
All right, question 4 is going to be our final guest person. So here's our last of our question readers. Now I gotta play this one up really big. So you may know him for his current role as saxophonist for the Dave Matthews Band, or as the leader of the jazz combo the Mutet. You might also know him for his 14-year stint with Bella Fleck and the Flecktones, where he won 3 Grammys with the group. I know him as a respected music educator because we both provide content for our marching band magazine. So I've worked with him off and on for the last 10 years. Ladies and gentlemen, and gentlefolk, it is saxophonist and all-around awesome guy, Jeff Coffin.
Hey Matt, hello to everybody playing trivia today. My name is Jeff Coffin, saxophonist from Dave Matthews Band. Here's a question about sound. I like sound. I live in sound. This is very interesting to me. In January 2020, there was a notable scientific discovery that made the news, kind of a breakthrough in history and sound technology. A joint team of British scientists performed an unusual research project to fulfill the express wishes of someone who had died about 3,000 years ago. There are actual written requests that this person hoped to be heard speaking again after death, as that person may have been a notable speaker and singer in their time. Thanks to an MRI and a 3D printed model of that person's vocal tract, the researchers were able to replicate a sound from beyond, or at least a reasonable facsimile, with a speech synthesis program. One of the scientists had very limited success 4 years ago trying this method with a more notable 3,000-year-old, whoever that was. But since the 2020 specimen was so well preserved, we got a much better sound than last time. So for your first point, where is this person originally from? And for your second point, did the sound last either A, less than 10 seconds, B, between 10 and 30 seconds, or C, over 30 seconds? Good luck. Peace.